Good afternoon to all Chaverim, Talmidim, Rabbonim, and Morish HaKolo. Now is 1:30 on Monday, Chav Zayin Elul, and we are preparing Yom HaRasolim, Rosh Hashanah, Aser Shemei Tshuva, Yom HaMishpat, Yom Kippurim, and together we should always be looking for chizuk. As we mentioned many times in Gemara Brachos Lamed Beis, our tefillas, our limud Torah, our Gemilos Chesed, our derech eretz, and we find in the Seder of Nitzavim, it's always read before the Shabbos, before the last Shabbos of the year before Rosh Hashanah, speaks about ki ha-mitzvah hazos, according to many Rishonim, it refers to tshuva, shavta Hashem lekecha, ki ha-mitzvah hazos asher nochim esav chayom lo neflesi v'lo rechoki v'lo b'shamayim ya'aleh b'shamayim v'kelchel. That the mitzvah of tshuva is not something remote, out of our distance, in the heaven, far beyond our reach. But where is it? It's ki kor v'elecha dover mo b'ficha b'vovcha asoso. Kor v'elecha b'ficha l'vovcha. It's right here. Really? Really? We don't see it. How is it right here? The Torah says so. It's emes. Torah is emes. It's right here. We have to feel it's right here. The Gemara in Eruvin says that these psukim and Rambam passes that way refers to Talmud Torah. The Talmud Torah. Our limud Torah is not something remote, far away, impossible. We can't reach it. We can't grasp it. We can't understand it. It's karvedach. It's right close to us. But the Gemara says something else. The Gemara says even if you believe that it's Shemayim, is far, far away from your reach, go up and get it anyways. Go up to heaven. How can I go up to heaven? It's out of my reach. How can you want to speak that way? Is this a melitza? Is this a phrase? A guzma? Exaggeration? What does the Gemara mean by that? Even if it's out of my reach, still I'm obligated to follow it and find it and look, go out to heaven. So perhaps we can understand that Gemara from a pasuk in Chumash, which Professor Zalman wanted to be masbir. You see the Basi Bas Paro, when Moshe Rabbeinu was put into a little teva and going down the river, which was a sakana for such a child, the pasuk tells us, "Vater Bas Paro lirchos al ayor." The Basi Bas Paro went down to wash. Chazal say not to wash. She wanted to megayer. She wanted to go to mikveh. And she's going down, and she sees this table. Vatishach es hamosa vatikochel. Vateres hateva vatika vatishach es hamosa. And Rabbosai learned hamosa means her yad. She stretched her hand. Can you imagine that? There is a river, the table, and she stretches her hand out. Now, how in the world could she get the table by stretching her hand out? Because I'll say that her hand extended and extended and extended, and she was able to pull the baby, take the table out of the river. So Rabbi Zalman Meltzer learns all that Kodesh Baruch Hu wants is to make that stretch. Make that stretch, I'll do the rest. Make that stretch. Even as Bashamayim, yes, I want you to go up there and get it. Even you make the stretch. This way, Basi Bas Paro, just stretch your hand. Stretch, that's what it means. The Torah is not something impossible. It wants that stretch. Lahavda elef havdalas. Can you imagine, and you've seen this, not imagine it, a deep line ball, a high fly ball in deep left field. And if I were the outfielder, I'd take a chair and sit down and watch it. Watch the ball go. What does he do, the outfielder? He stretches out and jumps all he can to get that ball. No way will he get that ball. Everyone knew that. That's a home run. That's a home run. Yet he makes an effort. He makes an effort. So you say, of course he makes an effort. Why? He's only being paid $20 million a year. Sure he makes an effort. Rabosai, we're not being paid $20 million a year. The difference is what we're being paid, we take with us. He's not going to take it with him. To realize that HaKadosh Baruch Hu tells us, it's right here. It's a part of you. You have the ability to go ahead and make Kabbalahs on Rosh Hashanah, Yom Kippur, and fulfill them a little bit. Just make that try. Just try. Make that stretch. Even though he doesn't go all the way to heaven, HaKadosh Baruch Hu will help you out. But just make that stretch. Make that stretch. And we'll say, can't do it. I have a Yetzer Hara. I have a Yetzer Hara not to pay attention to davening, not to daven with a bencher, not to concentrate on learning. I can learn for 3, 4, 5 minutes straight, 10, 15 minutes straight. That's it. I have a Yetzer Hara. I can't do it. You're talking to the wrong person. We can't do it. We have Yetzer Haras. Barosi Yetzer Hara, Barosi Torah Tavlin. But I have a Yetzer Hara. So the Ma'aseh of the Chavetz Chaim, I believe it's printed. The Ma'aseh of the Chavetz Chaim is very, very old. He was in bed. It was early in the morning. He slept only a few hours. And he had a dream that the Yetzer Hara came to the Chavetz Chaim and told him, Chavetz Chaim, Yisrael Meir, you have accomplished so much in your life. You're such an old man. You've done so much. Take it easy. Take it easy. You've lived a long life. Take it easy today. You don't have to get out of bed. Take it easy. You're all right. Rest up. Rest up. And the Chavetz Chaim answered the Yetzer Hara. Yetzer Hara, you're older than me. You're much older than me. Why don't you rest up? Why don't you take it easy? As long as you don't take it easy, how can I take it easy? Yetzer Hara is a foreign body. It's without it, not within us. We're not born with Yetzer Haras. We're not born, it just greets us. You're from outside. You're giving me chizuk. If you're still bothering me, it means that I have to also continue my ways. Continue my ways. We're reaching now the Yemei Adin. Yemei Adin HaMishpat. These are times to mechazik ourselves, to make Kabbalahs. And now to bench Birchas Hamazon, we all bench Birchas Hamazon. To say the brachas in a bencher. Slow down, more kavanah. Our davening, a little slower, a little more kavanah to a bracha, not only the first bracha, but the second and third. A little bit more, more kavanah in our learning, in trying to make goals for ourselves. This should be our tafkid. Yes, with Maber Sedra, with a little more Rashi, a little more Meforshim. This should be our Kabbalah. The Yetzer Hara is without, it's not within us. This is these days. So hopefully, these days will mechazik us. We need chizuk all the time. But the atmosphere now is even easier. It's conducive. We don't have to wait till Morish HaKolah. Morish HaKolah is now. Now is Morish HaKolah. It's easier for us to learn. Aser Shemei Tshuva and the Bein HaZmanim is easier for us. We have the opportunity. So Bez Hashem, hopefully we'll be able to take advantage of this beautiful Zman. This is Zman. It says now, B'kraftem Olah, V'asisim Olah. V'asisim, we become an Olah. We become a Korban. We become a Bria Chadasha, the Medrash says. We become something new. Something new means not it has to be completely new. A difference. There's a little bit difference in me. I'm different in how I talk, how I act, how I feel, how I live towards my parents. I see there's a difference. Parents will see this. There's a difference. Bez Hashem, the koyach of tshuva, tefillah, tzedakah, the koyach of this atmosphere, of the elul, of the aser shmei tshuva, of the Yom Adin, this will mechazik us to go l'mayla na'avoz Hashem. Have a beautiful yontiv, and a ksiva chasima tova, shas chaim v'sholem, and remember, please, at any time, the telephone number, 212, New York number, Washington Heights, near the Yeshiva, 212-569 7746. Ksiva Chasim Tova, Shash Chaim Mishov, Zaygen Ben Shabbat Matzliach. Thank you.